So I pre-ordered Ali Abdaal's book Feel Good Productivity, and now I will prove you that this book is worth your attention. Let's dive in. What is Feel Good Productivity actually? Success doesn't lead to feeling good. Feeling good leads to success. Feel Good Productivity shows you that if you ever felt underwater, you don't have to settle for staying afloat. You can learn to swim. In simpler words, Feel Good Productivity is a way to enjoy even the most mundane everyday tasks. But how? The first way to do it is to imagine that your life is a game. Here are some tips on how to do it. Choose your character. Ali talks about his obsession with the game Lord of the Rings several years ago, and he realizes that what attracted him in this game is surreal situations and surroundings. He was not Ali, but a unique character who was strong, confident, and whatnot. Then he goes on to explain 8 play personalities that every one of us plays daily. In fact, you are already wearing a mask of one of these, at least one of these. I won't give away the game because I want you to read the book. I want you to find out all 8 personalities, but here is my most vivid personalities that I chose from this list. Storyteller has an active imagination to entertain others. They're drawn to activities like writing, dance, theater, and role-playing games. Creator finds joy in making things and can spend hours every day drawing, painting, making music, gardening, and more. And kinesthetic finds playing physical activities like acrobatics, gymnastics, and free running. Reframe your failure. Success isn't down to how often you fail. It is about how you frame your failures. No failure is ever just a failure. It is an invitation to try something new. Ali shares an experiment he read somewhere about 2 groups of people who were learning to code. Every time they failed, one group received the message, "You have failed, please try again." On the other hand, the second group received the message, "You have failed, you've lost 5 points, now you have 195 points. Please try again." This subtle distinction made all the difference. The results revealed that the second group made twice fewer mistakes with the same success rate. Don't be serious. Be sincere. What does it mean? Well, consider playing a board game, Monopoly, let's say. No one wants to play Monopoly with someone who takes the game too seriously. We've all played those games. The serious person cares a little too much about winning, and they suck the energy out of the room. They're obsessive quoting from the rulebook whether you are really allowed to collect 200 pounds for passing go while the chance card gets in the way of everyone else's fun. Instead, people who play sincerely take the game seriously enough to be fully engaged in the experience, but they're not too fixated on winning or losing. So the trick is simple. Approaching a draining and overwhelming task, just ask yourself, how can I do this with a little less seriousness and more sincerity? Let's say if you were approaching a job interview sincerely, you would not become overly nervous about the outcome, but instead focus on being present and engaged. Nice or SMART goals? Yes, everyone heard about SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. Although Ali doesn't say that this method of goal setting is bad, he suggests another approach for different goals. Nice goals. Near-term, input-based, controllable, and energizing. SMART goals are more for long-term specific goals, like to lose 20 pounds within the next 3 months. A nice goal to it might be to exercise for 30 minutes daily, focusing on the activities that are enjoyable and manageable. You see, you don't need to choose between the two. You can set both SMART and nice goals. Moreover, through your nice goals, you can achieve your long-term SMART goals. Nice goals are more about the process than the outcome, so you can control and adjust them daily. Self-efficacy, or in other words, confidence. It describes such feelings referring to how much belief we have that we are able to achieve our objectives, regardless of your ability to do something. If you believe that you can do it, you will not only enjoy the process more, but you will also do it better. Self-efficacy is actually a skill that you can learn. Confidence isn't something that you're born with, it is something you can learn. A simple trick that can boost your confidence is to say positive things to yourself, like, I can do it, because the things you say often become the things you believe. Flipping the confidence switch. This is a really simple trick of pretending to be confident while doing a task even if you're not. Challenge yourself to behave as if you're confident. Alter ego or Batman effect. There was an experiment with children doing a difficult task. All of them had a tempting and more enjoyable activity to turn to. The kids were divided into 3 groups. The first group was told nothing. The second group was asked to reflect on their feelings and thoughts. And the third group was asked to think of themselves as a superhero or another character they admired. You guessed it, the third group was much more likely to endure the challenging task. They had more self-control, perseverance, and focus. And how can you implement this Batman effect? Well, try to come up with your alter ego, second eye, and act as if you were that person when you approach a daunting and significant task. For example, Ali's alter ego is Charles Xavier, aka Professor X from the X-Men series. Every time he steps on stage for public speaking, he even wears fake glasses to overcome the imposter syndrome, and he imagines that he is the Professor X. The shoshin approach. Shoshin is a Japanese word meaning beginner's mind. The idea is that when approaching a daunting task, even if you're not new to it at all, try to imagine that you are an absolute beginner. Why such approach? Beginners tend to be much more curious and they are not afraid of failures and mistakes. Shoshin refers to a state of mind in which we approach every task and situation with the curiosity, openness and humility of a beginner. Beginners don't hold strong beliefs about what will work, they just try. I recently had a first in my life experience of attending an acrobatics class, and it was, though fearful, a really curious adventure. I made lots of mistakes, but it is the point of trying something new, isn't it? And even if it's not new to you, for example, you're an artist, you can try a completely new technique or style to refresh your life with new exciting activities. The unblock method. When neither motivation or discipline work, you can try this method for dealing with your procrastination. The unblock method encourages us to understand why we are feeling bad about work in the first place and tackle this issue head-on. The purpose of this method is to eliminate the thing that is stopping you from achieving your goals. Briefly, there are 3 types of such things: the fog of uncertainty, fear, and inertia. And lastly, the 10-10-10 rule, or how to get rid of fear. There are 3 questions you need to ask. Will this matter in 10 minutes? Will this matter in 10 weeks? And will this matter in 10 years? Say you get rejected by someone you love. Without this rule, you decide that you're not lovable and you'll spend your life alone. Will this matter in 10 minutes? Yes, you might still be down. Will this matter in 10 weeks? Maybe, but you may even forget about this by then. Will this matter in 10 years? Probably not at all. You will meet so many amazing people that could change your life completely. So this is a really brief list of takeaways from the incredible book by Ali Abdaal. There is much more valuable insights in the book than I just told you. So hurry up to read it yourself, and I will see you in the next video.